Hey guys, what is up? It's Richard Cooper doing an in-between episode of Entrepreneurs in Cars. In this episode, I'm going to tell you why I offer up to $2,500 to new hires to quit. Don't have any cars lined up for you right now, but for you entrepreneurs, wantrepreneurs, solopreneurs, whatever, that are out there that might be interested in some business ideas, this one's for you. So about a few years ago, I started offering people money to quit within a week of hiring them, and I'll tell you why. The first 10 hires are probably the most important people that you bring on board in your business, and you should be involved from beginning to end in those first 10 people. It's like the foundation of a new home. If it's done wrong, the whole thing's going to fall down. After that, you can always train somebody to do the preliminary work, and then you come in for the last 10-15 minutes to do the final kind of sniff test. And basically the test for me is this somebody that I'm going to want to spend an hour or two having dinner with on a Saturday night? If they are, then we'll bring them on board. So we bring them in, we start getting them trained up. They spend about a week in the business with some of my staff. They learn the systems, they get familiar with the people, the processes that we use. And basically at the end of that, what I'll do is I'll just take them aside. I'll just pull them in and say, hey Bob, come, if you can come see me, come in the office, we'll close the door, and I'll have a face-to-face with them. And I'll start asking them questions like, so how are things going? What do you think of the people? What do you think of the systems? How do you like the culture? Are you on board with the painted picture? I talk about that in a prior video. I'll put an annotation up so you can check it out. And just get them talking, because they're usually not very comfortable. They're sitting in front of the founder of the business, and at that point they're still going to bullshit you. They're just going to tell you basically what you want to hear because they just got hired and they don't really know you. So once you get them talking, I'll just basically stop them and I'll say, okay, let me ask you this question then. If I were to give you $1,000 right now to quit and go home, would you take the money and go? And that totally blindsides them. They're not expecting it. And one of two things will happen at that point. I'll either see a look on their face that says, is that worth me taking money and quitting? Maybe I can find a job that's a better fit for me. I'd rather be at the pet store or whatever. Or they have a look that's like, what do you mean? I really like it here. I love the people, the systems, the processes, everything, the painted picture. I want to be here. I don't want to be anywhere else. So it's a very split camp. It's one or two directions. So if they go off in the other direction, or in any direction, actually even this one, I'll still press forward with more money to see if I can get them to take it. And it becomes more obvious as time passes that they want to stay or that I need to give them more to quit. So I'll keep pushing up to about $2,500. Usually around the $1,500 mark, maybe the $2,000 mark if their heart's not in it because they don't know how far I'm going to go with the money. They'll just take it and go home. And at that point, just be happy. Just give them the money, take your shit, go home, leave, go find the job of your dreams. You're going to waste my time and your time if you stay here. And that's why I do it, because you could have somebody in for the probationary period for 3 to 6 months. You've spent all your time, money, and resources training somebody new, only to learn either one, they just suck at the job and you have to can them, or two, their heart's not in it and they're faking it because they need a paycheck and they're going to quit anyway at some point. So you've just wasted your time training these people. They've developed client relationships. All the systems are understood by them. Don't waste your time. It's a far, far better thing to give them $2,000 or $2,500. Like, what is it? It's maybe a month's pay. It's a pay cycle in itself, depending on the role. But give them enough so that they might think about it and say, I don't really want to be here. I'll take your money and I'll go and get rid of them. Simple as that. So that's why I offer people up to $2,500 to quit when I hire them. You might want to try that yourself in your own business, see how that works. If you have questions for me, just chuck them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if this is the first video that you've seen. Talk to you later. Ciao.